Hey y'all, let me tell y'all something. I gotta get my life together because it's a little bit ridiculous how many times I start my live and I really be talking like for real. And so I was talking to y'all for 5 minutes. I'm just not gonna be upset about that. It's just funny to me. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I just got to get my life together, y'all. Welcome to Conversations from Paris. I'm your girl, Paris Johnson. Today we're gonna cover. We're gonna finish out my thoughts about Valentine's Day. Now I know I talked about it a little bit last week, and I know it might be like we talk about this again, Paris. But let me tell you something. It is something that people focus on, and you know, I base certain things I talk about on what I believe is relevant, and I believe that it's more relevant than we want to be honest about, right? Even though people might act like it's just not a big deal, I know it happens to be a bigger deal than people want to talk about. So we're gonna finish it up. I know I believe the first topic I had, let me tell y'all something. It's trying to really go there today. My little rubber band popped. That's okay. We about to do. Y'all want real live TV? Y'all get live TV today. It's going to be all the way live. Yep. And I'm gonna keep on talking and pretend. I was gonna pretend like it didn't happen, but y'all was gonna see me messing with it, so you need to know what was going on. Okay, there you go. See, ain't gonna in 1 month ain't gonna stop no show. So I think we talked the first day I start talking about it. I think the live I said is I was talking about y'all. It's just real interesting when my mind goes blank. I have it right. I had it. What did I talk about the first day we talked about it? Anybody know? It's a quiz, right? Okay, I can tell you what I talked about. The first day we talked about will Valentine's Day coming? I'm single and this sucks. And why I used that show, why I used that topic. Hey, Ro, why I used that topic was because people really are not honest about their feelings about Valentine's Day and how it really makes them feel. And I'm not just talking about Valentine's Day. This comes up for Christmas. This comes up for holidays, certain parties and get together. They start to really feel the loneliness of their singlehood when they have these certain days that come across. And, you have all these people that are trying to help with the idea that you shouldn't feel this way. But I'm just more of a realist. What happens when you still feel that way? Okay. So that was the first thing we talked about, right? About, hey, I'm single and it sucks. How do you deal with that? How do you go? Right. And the reality of it is, I gave some points and some tips about how to get past yourself. Right. And then on Thursday, we talked about, will you be my Valentine? And I know you're probably like, well, Dag, didn't you just say it's good to be single? Well, you watched on Thursday, we talked about who you should be asking to be your Valentine is yourself. Because honestly, you're not going to ever be satisfied with anybody else until you are truly satisfied with yourself, until you're truly loving on yourself, until you truly appreciate yourself, until you really understand what it's like to really be engaged with yourself and be content. And not just content, but happy. Because I know people always laugh like, how do you go out to eat by yourself? How do you go and do this by yourself? How do you travel? And I'm like, because I like me. Because I like me. I really do. I think I'm pretty awesome. And that's not vain. And it's honestly somewhere we need to get. It's like there has to become a point where you can't expect somebody else to like you if you don't like you. I'm just saying. You can't really expect somebody to like you if you don't even know what you like about yourself. I'm not talking about the superficial stuff. I don't care how you look, all that. Somebody should like you for way more than that. Because let's be clear, it's to sustain anything, it takes more than that. It takes a whole more than that. So it's this idea about understanding and getting real clear about who you are and, loving yourself enough. And so you're thinking, well, Paris, we talked about that. So the aftermath of Valentine's Day, like, what am I talking about then? Like, why am I still like beating a dead horse. And I don't believe I'm beating a dead horse. I've been looking at your statuses and I'm not beating a dead horse. This is something that needs to be talked about more. And let me just, first of all, let me give y'all an update. So for some of y'all who don't know, I have been doing a class, and I did my first class, and it was on emotional intelligence. And we had our last day yesterday. It was so amazing. I had the best group of women that, man, I feel like I'm honored to be able to have journeyed with them through this. I am grateful for the opportunity. And this is just the first of many. I've gotten more requests. So it's going to be awesome. I'm just so excited for what's coming up with that. And I got some huge announcements that's coming up soon. But the reason I brought that up is that, you know, part of emotional intelligence and the fact that it ended on Valentine's Day was so good because it just kind of brought back the whole conversation and idea about being happy with you and understanding that before you try to facilitate any more relationships, you need to facilitate the relationship with you. Hey, mom, love you. And I mean, and I think that it ties in with the whole Valentine's Day thing, because the reality is when we talk about having somebody and being single and loneliness, and also talking about loving yourself, I think sometimes the piece that we forget about is you can find true fulfillment in your relationships that you have with others. And it doesn't have to be romantic. Okay. You really should find fulfillment in your relationships. And I think sometimes we are so fast to really want to only cultivate the romantic relationships that we forget that there's a tons of relationships that we have. And that's what I was trying to tell my ladies in the emotional intelligence course. I want everybody to find love and find, you know, somebody that's for you and that's amazing and that's great. But I also want you to find you first. And then in order to find you, once you do that, then I want you to look at your current relationships and figure that out, right? It's just always interesting how we are in a society that promotes getting a romantic relationship with somebody, but we can also in the same breath say, oh, it's okay that you don't have any friends. Oh, it's okay that you don't talk to anybody in your family. Oh, it's okay that you have nobody to confide in. Just get one person and be that person's person, and that's just going to be it. You know, unpopular opinion. I'm sure I'm not going to be popular for saying this, but like, that's really dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional to believe that you don't need anybody else but one person that you're in a romantic relationship with. Let's be real. Why does a lot of relationships don't last? Because they're not even developing foundation of friendship. They're not developing a foundation of communication and trust and honesty. They're not even thinking those things are valuable. And so then when those high feelings you get, these whole, you know, infatuation feelings, the honeymoon phase, or all the stuff that you want to talk about, when all that stuff fades away, oh, and it will fade away, then you're left with the person. And then you're thinking something went wrong, and you fell out of love and all this other stuff. But really, 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 if we want to talk truth today, most of y'all never really even got to know the person. You just were infatuated with the idea of the person. And once you really see the person, you got to really honestly be like, really sit in the idea, is this what I signed up for? And if you decide to stay, are you staying because you don't want to seem like you failed at something? Or are you staying because you truly believe in the union that it is of you and that person? I'm just asking because I feel like I'm not really here to talk about romantic relationships. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is the idea that we have this idea that all you need is this one person that loves you and this is going to fulfill you and you're going to be happy. Well, let's talk to the hundreds of thousands of couples where they're just not happy and it's just them two. It's not, it's so much more than that. And it starts inside with you. But even once it starts, it's like once you get that together, which a lot of people don't even work on that, and that's a whole other story. But I'm here to talk about how your other relationships matter. They matter. They matter. They matter. They matter. They matter. They matter. We got to stop acting as though we don't need anybody. We're in such a society that we worship hurt. That's so good. I'm going to clap that over. We worship hurt. We worship church hurt. We worship hurt in relationships. We worship hurt from our mom or our dad. We worship hurt from friends hurt us. Like, don't get me wrong. Hurt is a real thing, and it's a real situation, and it's a real emotions and feelings. But what we do is we build a fortress of hurt up. Okay. We build a fortress, okay? And then now we have like little pieces like, okay, this brick is the hurt from that person, and this brick is the hurt. And depending on who hurt you and how much they hurt you, they might get several bricks, or they might get a whole wall. And it becomes this whole situation where now we have built an idol out of hurt. And so now you hide behind this hurt wall because that's all you can see. I'm hurt. You did it. And I don't have to get over it because you hurt me. And you need to understand this is why I'm going to be here. I'm going to have attitude because you did it. I'm going to feel less than because you did this to me. And it literally robs us from the divine connections and the relationships that are supposed to shift us. It really, really robs us of that because now we are going on this, I call it a campaign. Y'all know how y'all hate political campaigns? Well, just like you hate it, everybody else hates your campaign. You're going on a campaign of, I can't trust nobody. I don't have anybody. Nobody's here for me. Nobody cares about me. And so now you're in a situation where everything in your life is around who hurt you. And you are blocking the new people out that potentially want to love you because you can't get past your hurt. Now, this, you probably saying, Paris, why are you trying to be so harsh? Why are you trying to be negative? My hurt is real and it's true. And it really did affect me. I'm the first person to say, I understand feelings and emotions and they are valid. I'm the first person that's going to say your experience is valid. If your experience was traumatic to you, absolutely. That's your truth, and I want you to say it. And y'all know a butt is coming, right? Here go my butt. But what part of the process is that for you to say this is my truth and for you to unpack that thing and then start to work through it. Because what you cannot do is say this happened to me, I am hurt, and live in the hurt. I mean, y'all just get cozy. Y'all just get cozy. And you know what? This is my new life. I am Shaka Khan, and I'm going to live in this hurt. So-and-so left me, and that was 35 years ago, but I'm going to get to live in this hurt zone forever because this is just what I choose to live. Or I'm going to step on some feet today. I don't really mean to step on some feet. I'm going to just step on them. And this is not me purposely going to anybody, but this is just honest. You know, somebody passed and it hurt you. And I will never love anybody again because my life has been fractured and I've lost and I don't have anybody else. And so I'm going to stay here and I'm going to live here. And I know somebody's saying, Paris, you're being super insensitive and you don't know anything about this. I'm not trying to be insensitive. What I am saying is that grief is what it is and there's nothing wrong with grief. But at the end of the day, you have to be careful if it tries to keep you and you have built a shrine of it. We have to be very careful not building this shrine of hurt and grief and death, you know. I was watching somebody talk about, they were talking about Kanye West divorce, you know, not wanting a divorce from his wife. And people are like, he's crazy and he's this and that, all those things. And I heard some other people talking about divorce and saying, you don't understand, it's like death. And it's definitely like feeling like you lose a part of your body or part of your life. And they say, if you have not been through it, you don't know. It's horrendous. And I'm not disputing any of those things. I'm not saying I believe you. It's so much. That's like if you believe in marriage, you understand it's a covenant. It's just a whole lot is involved with that. So I can imagine the pain. I can imagine the pain. Let's just be honest. There have been horrible. People have went through horrible betrayals. People have went through horrible loss. People have been, ridiculed and like they have a right to their feelings of hurt. I will never put a time limit on when people should not hurt anymore or exhibit traits of hurt. I will never say somebody doesn't have the right to hurt. The only thing I'm going to say is that you got to acknowledge the hurt so then you can start processing through it. And the reality is most people say, well, you can't tell people how long they do. I'm not trying to tell you. But what I will tell you is you have to start the process. Too many people won't even start. They don't even want to start the healing. You know why? And this is going to be another bomb. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of people don't want to heal because hurt is just so much more attractive. I'll say it again. A lot of people don't want to heal because hurting gets you more attention. A lot of people don't want to heal because hurting is easy. You rather hurt than take the courage to heal. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, healing hurts too. It does. It does. It hurts. But it's necessary. It's necessary. Ro, what you say? They want the what? They don't hear me now. Now, and I'm not saying that's everybody, but there are some people that really rather say, look what so-and-so did to me. Don't you see I'm hurting? Look what so-and-so, they left me. Don't you see I'm hurting? Look what so-and-so, this happened to me. I was at this place and this is what they did to me. Don't you see I'm hurting? That's the story. That's their story. It's so funny. Like y'all ever watch like reality TV and y'all ever see like, okay, I understand that person's story. I understand that person's story. But what is this character's story? They don't even have a storyline. And then you start seeing they do things to stay relevant. Stay with me, y'all. They do things to stay relevant, and you be like, they just trying to have a storyline. It's not even no reason for them to be on here anymore. Their storyline is not built out. And I just think that's what I see in real life a lot, is that people don't feel like they're relevant. And therefore, they're trying to stay relevant by having a storyline. And to them, they feel like what they're doing is not big enough. So now I have to ride the storyline of they hurt me. Okay, sorry. That one, I knew that one was gonna get y'all wasn't gonna like that one, but that's okay. And I know you said Paris, you all way off. Don't nobody want no attention. Don't nobody want to be hurt. Nobody signed up for her. And I'm not saying that you did, but y'all know I have that one saying I like to say, which is if somebody takes their gun and shoots you in the arm, okay? They bang, bang, they shoot you in your arm and you are bleeding and you are hurt. Did you deserve to be shot in the arm? Nope, not at all. Absolutely, you're not wrong at all. Matter of fact, you got hurt. That is unfair. That is not okay. And that person should be punished. But more importantly, you deserve to heal. So guess what is crazy to do? It's crazy for you to stand across from the street from the hospital where you can go inside and get healed and get fixed up. It's crazy for you to stand outside and bleed to death because you saying, but they hurt me and they should make me whole. Hear me, if y'all hear nothing else. It is insanity for you to stand holding your arm saying they shot me and you're across from the hospital and refuse to get help and bleed to death. That is insanity. You need to walk your tail across the street and go to the hospital. It's avoidable. Come on, y'all. It's avoidable for you to bleed out. You don't have to bleed out. And what do I see all over the world? Y'all bleeding everywhere. Y'all bleeding everywhere. You won't get the help. You sitting here and, oh, they hurt me. They hurt me. But guess what? Yes, they hurt you, but it's your responsibility to heal. Yes, they hurt you, but it's your responsibility to heal. Yes, they hurt you, but it's your responsibility to heal. Tear down the walls of hurt. Tear down the walls of betrayal. Yes, it hurt, and I'm not minimizing it. And I'm not saying it's easy. It is a whole process. Y'all know what I say. Y'all need to get y'all therapists. Come on. Y'all need to help get somebody to walk you through this stuff. You need to go ahead and get the tools that you can do so that you can get past it. But it bewilders me watching people that, and it's one thing if something's just happened and it's fresh, but I'm talking about, y'all know, I mean, let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. There's people who still grieving over something that happened 10 years ago. And they literally are choosing to stay in this hurt, choosing to stay stuck, choosing to be bitter, choosing to be upset and highly emotional because they do not want the responsibility of doing the work. Whose responsibility is it supposed to be? Because I can't imagine that you believe the person that hurt you is also going to be the person to fix you. I mean, would you even trust that person? Like the person that shot me, I wouldn't let them stitch me up. I mean, let's just talk about it. Come on. I need us to be logical. I need us to, this is why, this is shameless plug. This is why y'all didn't take that emotional intelligence class. Because although emotions, I promote them, and I promote us being honest and processing through our emotions. You can't be led by your emotions because your emotions are deceitful. They're temporal. They're not something that you can trust. Okay, so because of that, let's talk about logic. Let's logically think about this. Y'all sitting here waiting for the person who caused you harm to fix you. And let's talk about it in my analogy. The person who shot me, I would not want that same person to go ahead and stitch me up. No, ma'am. No. I don't want it. And that's what y'all act like y'all want. Y'all want that. Y'all want the same people that hurt you to fix you. You want them to some kind of way make you feel better. You want them to be responsible. But you want them to heal you? Halfway. Y'all at jobs where y'all say that they don't value you, that they don't do this and that, but then you stay at the job. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If they don't value, get another job. Leave. Are you waiting for them to make you whole? You waiting for the people that devalue you to start valuing you? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm saying that's the gamble you're taking. I don't know. I just bet on me. I bet on me. You're not gonna be able to pull all my hair out and then I come sit in your chair and ask you to come and sew it back in. That's nope. It's a big nope for me. It's a big nope. So I know that seems funny and that seems like I'm being extra, but y'all gotta get it. I need you to see it. I need you to see what I'm saying. You cannot sit here carrying the burden of the hurt like it is some furry animal. It is your pet. You are just, yeah, I'm hurt. Don't you see? I got hurt, and yeah, I've been sitting right here on my shoulder, the big hurt that's right there. You remind people this what happened. It's some people that heard your story so many times they can recite it back and forth. Yeah, you were hurt because so and so did it. They can tell it because you say it all the time. And then you're like, well, Paris, you're being so insensitive. You don't care about my feelings. No, actually, that's not true. I care about your feelings the most. I want you healed. I want you whole. I want you living your whole life. I want you to progress. I want you to not be in the same place next year. I want you not to be the same place next holiday. I want you not to sit here and um, be in this seat of the scorned. I want you to be out of the seat of the victim. I want you to lead a life that is filled with things that make you happy. I want you to live and not have to be at the mercy of bitterness. I don't want you to be at the mercy of a situation that is tormenting you, that is literally playing over. You know how you stay offended? You know how y'all stay offended? You know why? Because you play it over in your head over and over and over again. It's like this videotape that's in your head. That thing that happened, you just play it over and over again. And it makes you mad the more you think about it. You get mad. It's like you reignite those emotions. It's like every time it goes around, you mad all over again. You're crying all over again. You hurt all over again. And so what you have to do is learn to take control of those thoughts, those ruminating thoughts that are torturing you. You got to take control of it. You control how you think. You control what you say. You control what goes on. And if you don't know how to do that, get with a therapist so you can start getting the tools. I'm telling you, you don't have to live like this. I want more for you. I see that people they're so concerned about these romantic relationships, but they don't understand that they don't have any relationship they value. They don't know how to cultivate relationships. They can't really work on a relationship because they won't let go of the hurt that they have been harboring from past situations. I'm tired of people talking about me, myself, and I. Listen, Beyonce's song was cute, but she didn't mean to make it y'all theme song. It's not supposed to be your. Stop walking around here with these trauma bond songs. Y'all don't want me to go there. Stop walking around. Listen, Fantasia said something on the interview not too long ago that was pretty good. And I think she was talking about one of her songs and somebody wanted her to sing it. And she said, you know what, that's the problem. She's like, y'all keep singing my old songs about being hurt. She said, you're going to stay hurt. You're going to stay alone. You're going to stay bitter. And it's so interesting because I had never heard an artist say something about their own music. But like she's trying to say that that's where she was at. That was the space she was in that moment in time. And so now that she's moved past that space, like it's time to say new things. I'm not bitter. I'm better. I'm not lonely. I might be alone, but not for long. Like you have to start commanding the things that come out of your mouth and commanding the things that go through your head. And then when you hear those thoughts or those things that play up, you literally can stop those. You can say, you know what? I no longer subscribe to that. I'm not a victim of this thing that happened. Now I'm a victor. And I know you guys are like, oh, there's that positivity stuff. You're just trying to change what you say. Listen, it's a reason people talk about this and talk like this is because it's a real piece of it. There literally just has to come to a moment where you come out of agreement with that. It's a choice. Y'all get so mixed up with y'all emotions. Y'all believe that y'all can't help how you feel. That's not true. Your emotions are temporary. Your emotions are temporary. Your emotions are fleeting and temporary. Your emotions are temporary. They're not meant to be something that's like y'all make y'all emotions part of y'all personality. Like who does that? No. You can have a moment of anger, but don't allow yourself to become an angry person. That's just everything it foreshadows everything else. You can have a moment of sadness, but don't let everybody say that's the sad girl over there. No, that means you're staying stuck in an emotion. No, I'm all about emotions, but you're supposed to process through them. You're not supposed to stay stuck. So what's the point of this live? The point of this live is that I want you to feel loved, right? Valentine's is a day of loving. And I want you to feel loved. But if you don't even have that love from a particular romantic person, and y'all know me, I'm coming for the jugglers. I'm talking about people that's in relationships and not relationships. Everybody trying to act like it's only said for people that's single, which I don't understand why it has to be said for somebody that's single. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But there are people that are sad that in relationships, not because of the holiday, just because they don't feel loved. So I want you to feel love, but to be honest with you, the most love that you can feel is internally, when having you have that internal like love of self and appreciation of self, that internal joy and peace. And then you can exude it out as well, and even learn to receive it, right? Yeah, y'all, you you got a block up, like you got a whole block up, and you wonder why people are not friendly to you is because you're not friendly. You don't make room. You Some of y'all repelling whole relationships, and I'm not even just talking about romantic relationships. You're just repelling them. People can't get close to you because of your hurt, and they're sick of it. But I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it because I want you to be in a better space. I want this not to be the conversation every time. I want you to be able. Listen, y'all, we got a lot to do. 2022, it's already February 15th. How? Like I closed my eyes and it was just New Year's Eve. We are 6 weeks into the new year already. Wait, what? Wait, how? Like when? You know what that means? That means it's not slowing down. It's not slowing down. So guess what? You got to get into purpose. You need to get into why you're here, what you're supposed to do, and start to live a life full of purpose. You know how you can do that? Stop ruminating in the past. Stop holding on to hurt. Stop wallowing. And I'm not insensitive enough to say, oh, just feel better. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that put it down, come out of agreement with it, and then go ahead and decide to heal. Yes, it's a decision. Yes, it is a decision. Yes, it is a decision. Stop. I know somebody like Paris. You can't just decide. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just like that. Say if you get shot in the arm, walk across the street to the hospital. Well, you can't guarantee it's going to be good. But guess what? You definitely can guarantee. You definitely guarantee that you're going to bleed out on that sidewalk if you don't walk across to the hospital. So give yourself a fighting chance. Y'all not even giving yourself a fighting chance. Roll, in the name of Jesus, girl, I'm not about to play with you. It is not almost Christmas. Shut up. I can't think of that. I can't think about Christmas. No, y'all know I hate snow. But for real though, like literally, it's a real thing. We have to be completely sober-minded about moving through life. It waits for no one. Time waits for no one. Time is the only currency you have. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with time. Time is gonna hit y'all upside the head. That's why y'all look in the mirror and be like, "Ooh, that's me." Yeah, because you played around. Some of y'all been asleep for 5 years, 10 years, letting life pass you by. Don't even know what you done did. It's time out for that. It's time to be purposeful. And the way that you can lead, you can't even look to the future if you continue to stay back looking at the past. You got to bury that stuff. You got to heal from it. You got to start the process. And I promise you, you won't dread Valentine's Day. You won't sit here trying to give somebody ultimatums about why they need to be in your life a certain way, because you already have a plan, and your plan is going to start with you being healed and whole. So I love y'all. Ro, listen, come on, mother, because I'm telling you, we've been talking. Yes, I thank you for you. Healing is your responsibility. Again, yes, it is. Yes, and it is. Emotions are horrible leaders. Horrible. Come on, think about a time you was mad at somebody and wanted to kick them in the head because they got in front of you in line. Come on. I mean, was that rational? No, it's not rational. But at the time you feel how you feel, don't be led by your emotions. Come on, y'all. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And the final word from Mother Rowe is stop playing with time. For real. Because it ain't on your side. It really isn't. It really isn't. Y'all look up talking about, I can't believe that we already, you know why y'all say that? You can't believe it because you really ain't been doing nothing with your life. But that's a whole nother story. I'm not gonna go there because that's gonna make you a little more sad. And I don't want to make you sad. I'm just trying to wake you up. It's too many people walking around in a deep sleep, walking around. I call them walking zombies. I'm here to wake you up. Wake up. Wake up call. Wake it up. And on that note, I love you guys. I really appreciate you coming to come and chat with me because, man, these conversations are important. I mean, I'm gonna come here and keep on talking with y'all. I'm excited about what's to come. Like I said, I just finished my emotional intelligence class. I'm excited. I have another class to announce to you guys. I will announce it on Thursday. I'm just excited about us purposely walking and being intentional. And I'm excited about this healing to start because guess what? Healing and the purpose and wanting to heal, all that stuff is contagious. It's contagious. When you start healing, the people around you can't stay sick. When you start healing, the people around you can't stay sick. So guess what? We're not gonna keep on staying sick so we can blend in. Now we're gonna start healing and it's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on. So as I always say, you are enough. You are enough. And I'm gonna say it to you, start believing it. You're enough. And you're enough to invest in your healing. You're enough to drop your grave clothes. Y'all don't want me to start that. Take them off. Take them grave clothes off and start walking in victory. Start walking in healing and wholeness. And on that note, have an amazing night. I will see you guys on Thursday. Same time. I'll actually be on time. Well, don't get me started. Listen. And Kane, you're not going to be able to stand around me, continue to be. You're not. And not. Bye, guys. Have a good night.